Well, hello. Today I decided to make a little cooking video. Well, cooking. I have done bread. I have done many breads. I dabbled in dark bread, Austrian farm bread, uh, normal whole wheat bread, white bread, anything. But I found one. I mixed something together that makes it a very convenient bread. Fresh bread if you want every day, or at least every second day for your family. And I'm talking people who are busy, who go to work, who don't have too much time to play around in the kitchen, but would love to have the smell and the pleasure of fresh bread at home for a meal. So for these people, I have found a little recipe that really seems to be perfect for me. I'm a single person, so maybe when I make the bread fresh, I eat 1/3 of it. It's hard to resist. It's just so tasty. And the rest I cut in slices and keep frozen and just take out 1 or 2 slices a day. I mean, I have a diabetes number 2. I try not to eat too much carbohydrates, so that way I keep this a bit under control. But it is something that you can start in the morning if you want to. And by the time you come home, it should be almost done. You have to do a little thing, add another hour for the last rice, and the oven will be preheated, and you have a bread in 2 hours. When you come home after 2 hours, you should be able to have the fresh bread ready cooked at home. You can leave it overnight. The minimum hours you need to let it rise the first time is minimum 6 hours. I think if you have 8 hours, let's say you go to work at 8 in the morning, you come home at 4 or 5, that's perfect. Then before you do anything else, just do the last preparation. It doesn't take long. It's not a lot of work, but it is something that you have to do, you have to write. I will show you what I mean, and then you can make a plan on your own. Try it out if it works for you. I think it's brilliant, so we'll see. We'll start with 3 cups of normal flour, normal all-purpose flour. And I make it in this, it's a 2-liter ice cream container out of plastic that I shouldn't have in the house, but I'm a diabetic, I cheat. So I use those containers, and this is the only container I use throughout the whole preparation. It works perfectly. It's the right amount, not to get too big, and that way you will see what I mean. Well, we'll start this whole mix. There is the 3 of them, the 3 cups. We'll use for the 3 cups 1 teaspoon of salt, that should do it. And then also I'm using traditional yeast, Fleischmann's traditional yeast. They say only 1 teaspoon, but I always use at least 1.5. Don't know why. Just seems to be more prudent. And now the recipe originally called for 1.5 cup of warm water. My experience tells me almost 2 cups, not quite 2 cups, but I'm using 2 cups of water to add to the flour mixture. So this is this. It should be at a very comfortable room temperature. So let's see what the temperature is. "50 degrees. That should be enough. Now we take this. First we make a nice mix of and then the water into it. And now I'm mixing this up as good as I can. I'm using my dough scraper. I like this very much to work with that. And now mixing this dough together. It's not gonna be much of a job to get this dough together, but I used to do it in the bowl, and I realized it's so much faster when I do it on my marble top. To incorporate all the loose pieces. I add a touch of flour on the bottom. Well, that should be it. Now really, I put some oil into my bowl. I'm using avocado oil. You can use any oil you want, from olive oil to. And I put this in here, and that is all the work till later on when you come home from work, or 6 hours later, 7 hours. Really what is good at least would be 8 hours. But like I said, 6 hours I find the minimum to let the yeast work. And what it will do, it will make a sort of a chemical reaction with the gluten in the flour, and that will help to set up. Now I need the lid. Hang on. Okay, here we got the lid, and if you use the lid, make sure you make an air hole in there for air to escape. If not, it will explode on you because it creates some air pressure, and that would be. That is for now. I will leave this in the warm room. You can leave it on the kitchen counter, wherever it is safe, so you don't forget. I want to talk about what you should prepare before you leave home. I'm usually using a iron cast pan. This is my old iron cast pan. I like it. And usually I take this is a permanent and a non-stick pergament, which I crumble up and put in there, and I keep for 3-4 times till it breaks, till it doesn't work anymore. Now later on, when I fold my bread in, it comes in here, and well, you will see the rest. I turned on for a minute or two the oven to warm it up to a certain amount, and then I turn on the light. And the oven on and the light should be giving enough heat, and I leave this till I come home tonight, or till you come home, or whenever you're gonna cook your meal. The light in there is warm enough to keep it at a steady temperature, which will help the yeast to rise perfectly. I waited 6 hours. This is the result. Now I will put it out on the working table again with some flour so it doesn't stick on the table too much. See the oil did its job. There's not much to do. Imagine you just came home from work or something. Now you do this. This is the loaf. You cut in. And then you bring the pot nearby and in with the pot. And I go. Now you wait 1 more hour. Let this go 1 more hour. Now I preheat the oven also for this 1 hour. I will wait at 380 degrees. That will be the perfect temperature. It is time, 1 hour later. You see the bread coming up. I put some warm water under the paper. The lid on, and now the preheated oven it goes for Alexa set the reminder for 40 minutes.
What's the reminder for?
Bread.
Okay,
40 minutes are over. I just had a reminder from her. So I will do now, take off the lid, because the next 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes we'll have to do without the lid. You can see the bread. This is to get some color and some crust. See you in 15.
Das letzte Mal gefahren. Das sind bestimmt schon 3 Wochen her. Ich habe gesagt, ich bin ja froh, wenn ich es bis ins Bad schaffe.
Well, there it is. Well, here's the bread. It has a good color, very nice and crispy. Mine is a little bit flat because my form, the pan is oval and a bit large, so it becomes a bit along a loaf. But the smell is delicious. Looks good. We will wait in about an hour. I will cut a piece to show you guys how. Well, it's only half an hour, but I can't really wait. I would like to finish that video, so I will cut the bread right now. You see, it's very, very, oh my God, it smells so good. Oh, delicious. Well, this is the end of it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will try it yourself, and I tell you, you will not be disappointed. I left the bread 20 minutes after I took off the lid. 15 wasn't quite enough. I like my golden crust, and also it gets dried out a bit more. Well, bon appetit, everybody.